Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Susan Lynn, Psychic Medium. I really appreciate you joining me today. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. And for you wonderful subscribers, thank you. I really appreciate it. The value of subscribing is that if you click the notification bell, you will be notified when I do a new video. So you won't just hit or miss, you'll get all the goods. And I've got some good things planned. So I hope that you will join us as a subscriber. Now, if you're new also, I am a psychic medium. I get my information from my spirit guides as I'm doing this video. So I am literally stepping aside a bit and letting them come through with the information that's divinely guided. It's not my opinion. My opinions would be very different. So just so you understand what's happening right now. So I'm going to be talking today about the economy. It's a complicated subject because it's not a one-size-fits-all thing, right? We are all in or situated around various points of the economy. My economy situation is not the same as yours or someone else's. So to just say the economy is going to be great or the economy is going to be bad is really just not going to help you. So I've been asking my spirit guides to give me information that will help you. So I'm going to break it down into different sort of stratas of the economic timeline or landscape. So first of all, they want to talk about the about President Biden and about the economic stimulus. So they're giving me words as I'm speaking. Sometimes I'll say the wrong word. Sometimes I won't be able to think of a word. You know, this is just part of my thing. So they want to talk about the economic stimulus, and they're calling it. The first picture they showed me was a steroid shot. So basically giving the country a steroid shot. But then they said, no, not really. Actually, it's, they're saying the words tachycardia. Is tachycardia a heart attack? See, this is what I'm saying. And they're showing me someone sticking the needle in the heart. I have to make it's reverse. So I have to make sure, probably for you, it's over there. Adrenaline. They put adrenaline in the heart. So they're saying it's not even a steroid. A steroid doesn't actually describe what happened. What happened was we were dying. We were having a heart attack, and they put adrenaline in our heart and restarted our heart. And now we have a period of time where we can, fix things. I don't know the medical. I don't know why they're using a medical analogy. I don't know, but that's what they're showing me. We have some time to put things in place to repair things. And you'll have hopefully seen my last video, which was about the HR 1 voting rights bill, the For the People bill. And it talks a lot about that scenario, about how by allowing us all to vote, we can then have a karmic choice, a choice which will then determine our karma about how we go forward. So this video is a follow-up in some ways because as we talk about the economy, obviously Biden and Congress have saved the economy. It's not going to crash in the same way that it was going to crash before, but at the same time, it's artificially being kept alive. It's on life support. So it's not on life support. That's different. It's artificially, it's been goosed, right? It's just the adrenaline. And we have some time to kind of figure out how to balance it. What they're showing me is the stock market. Wait, let me back up. I am not a financial person. I am not a financial advisor. These are my own opinions. These are opinions of a psychic and a medium and have no bearing in reality. So don't take any advice that I give you. And if you do, it's at your own risk. Okay. So, what they're showing me is the stock market is overinflated. It's overinflated, and it's overinflated two ways. First of all, before this adrenaline shot, the stock market was inflated because of lack regulations is what they're saying to me. And I think that's lack regulations of the actual stock market as well as lax regulations of the businesses. Two different things. The lax regulations of the businesses allow them to be more profitable because they don't have to follow regulations, and the lax regulations of the stock market increase the stock market valuation because no one is watching. No one is regulating it because they repealed or let die the regulations that took place after the 2008 stock market crash. Those regulations are no longer in effect. Thank you, Republicans. So now we're all back to an Enron could happen again because no one is watching. No one is overseeing this except for Katie Porter and her whiteboard. Thank God for her. So that's that. So you have the situation where the stock market is overinflated. Now, you also have the other situation, which is the housing market is overinflated. These are not good. These are not good things. Okay. So even though Biden has done everything, Biden and Congress have done everything they can to support us, to put precious money into the pockets of people that need it. That money's going to wear off. That's not going to continue, potentially not in the same way. Employment, the extra employment is going to go back to normal. The mortgage thing where you get to, they're calling it something that I don't understand, the word I don't understand, but the mortgage deferral that you get to defer your mortgage is not going to continue. The rent, so you can't be evicted. All these things are going to end sooner or later. Okay. They can't go on forever. So what those things are is, a shot of adrenaline to help us, give us time. We just need some time. Now, in that time, the million-dollar question is, in that time frame, let's say it's 6 months, let's say it's 8 months, will the economy pick up of its own accord and carry us forward? So the answer is yes and no. The answer is yes and no, because what is also happening at the same time is there's huge changes happening in the workplace, in the workforce, and in the workplace. Okay. They're showing me musical chairs. So what's happening is that if you had a job that was maybe in oil, just as a good example, that job is likely in jeopardy, right? Now I need to talk about this. It's very complicated. I'm trying not to throw it all in together, but the guides are just right out all in one piece. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, so that job is likely in jeopardy, or let's say that you are in commercial real estate. Let's say you're in some sort of field that is affected by those fields, right? I mean, this is the thing that you need to understand. You may think you're perfectly fine in the field that you're in, not realizing that you could be a casualty of one of these other fields' dramatic decrease in profit. Okay, that's the thing that I need to help you guys understand. You really need to look at what you do, and you need to look at it from as big of perspective as you can, so that you can understand if one of these other fields that are really at risk suffers a major, crash, is that going to domino effect to me? Okay. And listen, you have to be honest with yourself, guys. This is not the time to stick your head in the sand, because this is why the guides this is what they tell me every day. I do readings for people every day, all day. And obviously, a lot of times people want to know about jobs. They want to know about their job prospects. They want to know about switching jobs. They want to know what's going to happen to their job. And time after time again, the spirit guides say, now is the time. Right now, 2021, spring, summer, even fall is the time to retool, to relearn, to maybe add some new knowledge to your skill set so that you can update your resume, your CV. Now might be the time to go back to school. Now might be the time to start that business. Now might be the time to add a second business, a side hustle, right? Now's the time, because things are still kind of funky and you're getting supported. You just got your check, hopefully. You maybe are having, you're deferring your mortgage. This is a sort of a time where you can actually take the time and do these things, because what they show me is next year, things are going to change rapidly and you might be caught off guard But if you're prepared, you're actually going to be in the rocket seat. You're actually going to be one of those people that's going to take advantage of that wave. Okay, the wave is coming. You can either ride it or you can get doused and dunked by it. Okay, that's if I could just stop this video now and just tell you there's waves coming. Where do you want to be? You know what I mean? I hear some of you saying, I want to be on the beach. I don't like waves. I don't like the water. I want to be on the beach. Okay, that's fine too. But you need to put yourself on that beach, right? So what does that mean? This is a very interesting video. Not at all what I thought I was going to be talking about, because as I say, they're behind the wheel of this bus. So if you want to be on the beach, or you want to maybe catch a wave so that you can surf, right? So you can take off. Now's the time to do it. So what do? You, like I said, like they said, you look at your job. Is it safe? Be honest. Be honest. If you are, if you have anything to do with the oil industry, if you have anything to do with the energy industry, you're going to be in for some ups and downs. If you have anything to do with commercial real estate, you're going to be having some ups and downs. If you are in, tell me some other industries that will be affected. Travel, but in a way that you don't think. And they're saying that some of these corporations that you don't understand, you might be working in a corporation and you just, okay, here's an example they're giving me. Hold on, I got to get the whole thing. It's like called, they're saying 3M, but it's not what they're showing me. They're showing me like HP. Let's go with HP and or 3M. HP. Okay. Now, HP could be really affected because kids, let's just say that in 2022, the school districts decide that they're not going to have as many pupils because people are going to be learning online. And then that big contract that they gave that big city for laptops for that school district is now maybe in half. Maybe that laptop order got cut in half. Do you understand how you could be working for a corporation and not even understand that you would be affected? Can you understand that? So that's what I need you to do. If you work at HP and a lot of your look and see, even if you don't work in that department, where does HP's profits come from? Look at some of the stock pages and see what they're talking about your industry. What are some of the stock? Because guys, business and stock people, they don't care about politics. They care about money. So if you really want to know what the real news is, read the business section. The business section will give you the straight up real news about what's going down. All they care about is money. So look at your company in those business pages. Do searches. If they say, oh, HP could suffer cuts in the future because they're going to be selling less printers and laptops, that's your first warning. Not saying you're going to lose your job. I am not saying that, but I'm saying that the purpose of this video right now is for you to be forewarned, is forearmed, for preemptive, for strategy. Okay, let's be preemptive about things. Let's not just sit here and wait for something bad to happen. Let's look ahead and see what's likely to happen, and then let's make a plan B. Okay? Let's make a plan B. Let's not ride the boat into the water. So I hope that makes sense for you, right? Look at your company, see what their long range forecast looks like via the business pages, via the stock market, people that write about the stock market. Right now, everything has its season. Okay, right? Like, so right now, housing, if you're a real estate agent, you probably, if you're an active real estate agent, you probably have more business than you know what to do with. Houses are flying off the market, especially in the under $250,000 range. Some markets is dead because there's no houses under 250,000, but that's where all the buyers are. So then that's a squeeze. You might not be working as hard, right? But so you can see how, going forward, as I move the movie, what I'm seeing is like a movie, as I move the movie of the real estate market, and I kind of go down into 2022, I see where everybody's moving. This is a change year. 2021 numerologically is a 5, which is a change year. That means we're talking about change, are we not? Moving your business, starting a new business, maybe moving your house, buying a new house, whatever. So everybody's moving this year. So as we go into 2022, I see that continuing. Here's what I see, and I wish I could be more specific. And if you guys will, in the comments, put certain industries or businesses, I'll try to see what I see for that. But what I see is, it's like restaurants, right? Restaurants took a big hit. I don't even know what the percentage of them that went out of business. It's a large percent that went out of business because of C-19, right? But some of the restaurants that had the reserves, they were strategic. They had reserves. They're killing it right now. They're killing it. They're selling as much as they can sell. So as I go into 2022, that's what I see. I see some businesses just not making it. Just can't make it. Other businesses taking off. That's why I think they're doing this video the way that they're doing it, because it's not about the economy crashes or it doesn't crash. It's about a roller coaster, and it's about helping you make sure that you stay on the roller coaster. Even if it is up and down, at least you're on it, at least you're still getting a paycheck. If you get thrown off the roller coaster, that's when you don't get a paycheck anymore. And that's where you got problems, right? So unfortunately, it is a roller coaster, but fortunately, you can stay on it and ride it out till it flattens out, which looks like 2023 to me, roughly. So what can we do? So again, they want to talk about retooling, going back and getting a certification, going back and getting education, going back and getting some new skill sets, even if it's just a little weekend or a one day or whatever it is, make yourself valuable, right? So when these cuts come, or if these cuts come to your company, you can actually say to your boss, I added this skill set. I'm now more valuable to you, right? This is job preservation 101. I am more valuable to you. Or you added these skill sets and you now say, well, I'm really valuable and I'm going to go over here to this other company because they're going to pay me more money. Now, the only caveat to this is I'm not suggesting, the guides are not suggesting that you go out and get in debt. This is not what they want you to do. They don't want you to go in debt. They don't want you to go to a for-profit college and decide you're going to become something new. And they don't want you to be in debt. They want you to do this within your means, okay? Within your means. Now, if you don't have the means to do it, if you feel like you really need this extra thing to give you the edge in a downturn or a choppy economy, then what do you need to do? Get a side hustle. Get your side hustle on. Okay, I'm just telling you like it is, folks. This is not, we spent a year sitting on our couches chewing our nails off. That time is over. That's done. Now it's like everybody's lined up in a chute and it's a race. And the amount of jobs and the kind of jobs are all moved around as in, musical chairs, right? So you need to get, if you want to be assured that you're going to be okay, then you need to kind of get yourself up there to that chute. Get off your couch, dust yourself off, dust off that resume, dust off your skills, and let's get up there and get ready. Because even though you've been working from home and you feel like this is really important, they just dropped in my head. Even though you're working from home, you work for a corporation and you feel like your job is pretty stable, they just told me that they're going to be offloading jobs again to other countries. So this is not, they just said this. Okay. So I don't want to scare you. I mean, forewarned is forearmed. You can either hear this now and take some steps to, like I said, make yourself more valuable to your company. Take some steps to have some reserves in your bank account, because some of that's going to happen. That is just for real going to happen. Companies are looking for ways to make up the losses that they incurred. Okay, now of course on the other side of this coin is Biden and Katie Porter and all those people, and I'm thinking of somebody that I can't think of her name because I can see her face. But anyway, we have some really good senators and representatives that are fighting this, but you were still 50-50 Congress. They would have to make some kind of law to keep companies from going overseas, and that's just going to take time. Okay, it's not going to happen in 6 months or a year, I don't think. So they're and they know this is the other thing that just came down. These companies know this is coming. These companies know that the Democrats are going to start really putting the kibosh on people, on corporations, offshoring their workforce. So what are they going to do? They're going to offshore their workforce before they get caught, before they can't. Or if they're made to bring their workforce back, they can negotiate better because it's a sweeter thing to try to get you to come back than it is to keep you where you are, right? So that just popped into my head. Again, guys, please understand, I don't want to scare you. This is not about scaring anybody. It really isn't. I do these things to help you. I do these things because I feel like if we know a little bit about what's coming, we can prepare. How bad could it be if you went and got that extra training? It's not going to hurt anything, and it may really help you. Okay. Let me talk a little bit about side hustles. Let me talk also about, so before I go to side hustles, I want to say, because it makes sense with what I just said, the message they want to get across is that there doesn't appear to be any industry that's just completely safe. Okay. I mean, they're showing me doctors, but I mean, what industry is completely safe from being outsourced? Even doctors are getting outsourced by contract doctors and contract nurses, and everything is becoming contract because they don't have to pay those taxes, right? And they don't have to pay you a vacation. It's a slippery slope. So the reason that they're saying this is because you need to understand that that no one is safe. They just want everybody to know that some bumpy economy twists and turns are coming, and now's not the time to think that you are untouchable. Okay. That also means that let's talk about savings and buying things. Okay. Obviously, if you don't have a ton of savings, if your house is paid off and you have savings in the bank, for sure, go out and buy that new whatever minivan, whatever you want to do. Take care of your house, put the new roof on, do whatever things you need to do. Fine, go on vacation. Absolutely. You're one of those people that's in a little bit better position than others for whatever reason. Doesn't mean you're smarter, doesn't mean anything at all. In my case, I got a little inheritance and I was able to invest it in a house and make more money. And I was able to build, even though I made a very low wage. And what I did, I was able to really build some cash that way, right? So not everybody is smart or whatever, judgments aside. You can do different things. Okay. Now let's say that you are, a lot of these viewers, I want to say a lot of my viewers are close to retirement, or, maybe say 40s up. Let's say you're in that bracket where you've been working for a while. You'll say you have a mortgage that you're paying on. Maybe you have a car note. Maybe you have a little bit of debt. Maybe you have a fair amount of debt. Okay. And this message is for you because you're the kind of person that could get tossed around, right? Because we all know that ageism exists, even if we don't think it does. It really does. So, what can you do to recession proof yourself, or to, economy, earthquake proof yourself, right? that's where I think that you have to be very smart. You don't want to spend a lot of money right now. You want to be very cautious with your money. And I'm going to just say it because we all know it's true. If you're in that age bracket, you probably have children, and your children, whether you want to face it or not, they can be a drain on your resources. So please be careful with how much money you're giving away, because right now they're getting money from other sources. If things get bad, you can't help them because you don't have anything saved, and they can't help you because they don't have anything saved, right? So it's on you to be sure to make sure that you have a savings account, that you're putting money in the savings account. If you don't have a savings account, start one tomorrow. Put $20 a week in it, okay? Put $10 a week in it. Put something in it, okay? So again, back to that, the guides had always said, have a garage sale. Sell the stuff in your garage. If you have a garage, sell the stuff in your garage. Rent your garage out. Let somebody put their boat in it. Check your homeowners, check your insurance, do your due diligence, right? But it's a possibility that you could make an extra, $300 a month just renting out your garage, because somebody would rather get their boat out of their neighborhood instead of driving 15 miles to go get it, right? You obviously want to make some rules. You want to have a contract. You want to do your due diligence, right? You want to look up how this stuff goes down, but leverage what you have. What do you have to leverage? Maybe for the next 6 months, you want to pick up a side hustle. Maybe you want to do Uber. Maybe you want to do tarot. Maybe you want to read tarot on the side, and make $300 or $400 a month reading tarot. Why not, folks? You don't have to be a professional. There's no certification needed. If you're not sure, use these cards that Sheila with Celtic Tarot has turned us all into. It. They have the keywords actually right on. Look at that. The keywords tell you what the card means. Nobody cares. Okay? If you're a Reiki practitioner, start offering Reiki again. Make extra money. That's the thing. The whole key here is to preempt, to make that extra money, put it in a savings account, just in case, whatever part of the economy that you live in suffers a bit of a crash. Okay? That's what's going to get you through. Forget whether the economy is going to go down or not go down. It matters if it goes down for you, right? And so if you're prepared, then it doesn't matter, right? So hopefully this has helped you guys. About the housing market, it's super overinflated. It's causing all kind of problems because people are offering, in my neck of the woods, people are offering $45,000 over asking, and still not winning the house. In some parts of the world, they're offering $500,000 over asking. That is correct. $500,000 over asking. Want to know why? Because there's a lot of rich people out there, and I mean rich people, that have cash to burn, right? There's a whole segment of the economy that made insane profits during this pandemic. And those people, they have more money than they even know what to do with. It's insane, right? So those people are really, really messing with the economies of those towns and cities where they're buying these homes and overpaying for them, because it's making all the house costs, all the housing costs go up. Then the rent goes up. Then, teachers can't afford to live there, right? Firefighters, police officers, EMTs can't afford to live in that town anymore. And definitely, everybody else, waitresses or, office workers. I mean, you can't afford to live there, right? So what do you do when your job is in this town and you can't afford to live there? That's why Whimsy talks about nomad land, because people are moving into their vans. They're moving into their cars. They're working full time, you guys. Nomadland is a movie about this, a documentary about this. I think it's on Hulu, but it's literally talks about these people working full time, but cannot afford rent. Okay, this is why I'm trying to preempt This is why I'm trying to help you now before you become one of those statistics, right? Get your side hustle on. I cannot say that enough. We're just not in a place where we can work a regular job. We all have to do a little extra on the side. If you're a massage therapist, use that. If you're a Reiki, use that. If you have your real estate license and you're not using it, find a way to use it. Maybe you don't like selling houses, go to work for a real estate team and do other work for them. Make a little extra money. Pet sitting is really great to make money, right? Just make that extra money, put it in your emergency fund. You're really going to appreciate having that. Okay. You really are. Because like I said in a video a while back, let's say you do that. Let's say you get your side hustle on. Let's say there's a whole year and you ride that roller coaster and you never get thrown off. And now everything's great. And let's say you put side money away and now you have $2,000 worth of side money, just in your little emergency thing. Well, guess what? Now you get to spend it. You get to spend it. Go on vacation. Reward yourself, right? Spend 1,000 of it, whatever. It's the worst thing that can do is that you've got money in the bank. That's not the worst thing. So hopefully this video has helped you. I really appreciate you guys viewing. Leave me the comments, let me know, and I will try. If you ask me a specific question, I really try to answer it as best I can. And again, thank you guys for viewing this and watching this and commenting and subscribing and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it, you guys. I really, really do. All right, everybody take care. And also self-care. Take care of yourself, okay? Can't pour from an empty cup. Everybody take care. We'll talk soon. This video is for entertainment purposes only.